Every single second, 75 burgers are being sold under those iconic golden arches. That's 6.5 million burgers every day. But here's the crazy part. McDonald's isn't really in the burger business at all. They're playing a completely different game, and it's made them one of the most valuable companies on the planet. Worth over $200 billion today, McDonald's has cracked a code that their competitors still don't understand. So how did a single drive-in restaurant become a global empire? And what's the secret business model they're using right now to dominate the future? This story is wild. Let's start with the numbers. Over 40,000 restaurants across more than 100 countries. They serve 70 million customers every single day. That's almost the entire population of the United Kingdom eating at McDonald's daily. McDonald's pulls in over $23 billion in revenue every year. But here's what most people don't realize. Only 15% of those restaurants are actually owned by McDonald's Corporation. The other 85%? Franchises. And the real genius? McDonald's is actually one of the largest real estate companies in the world. Let's quickly go back to how this all started. In 1948, two brothers, Richard and Maurice McDonald, opened a restaurant in California. They revolutionized fast food with their speedy service system, an assembly line approach to making burgers. Orders were ready in 15 seconds. They happily shared their secrets with competitors. That's how Burger King and Taco Bell got started. But the brothers just wanted a simple life running one restaurant. Then came Ray Kroc, a 52-year-old milkshake machine salesman. When he visited their restaurant in 1954, he saw something the brothers didn't: massive potential. Ray convinced them to let him franchise McDonald's. He opened his first store in Illinois in 1955 with those iconic golden arches. But the deal he signed only gave him 1.4% of each store's revenue. He was barely making money. That's when Harry Sonneborn joined and changed everything with one brilliant idea: real estate. Instead of franchisees buying land, McDonald's would buy the property and lease it to them. This was genius because McDonald's controlled the land, they could enforce quality standards through leases, and operators paid 8.5% of revenue or a flat fee as rent, whichever was higher, plus 4% in royalty fees. The beauty was alignment. The more money operators made, the more McDonald's made. Ray eventually bought out the McDonald brothers for $2.7 million in 1960. He took control and never looked back. By 1965, McDonald's went public. The stock rose 60% in weeks. The empire was born. Here's how it actually works today. To open a McDonald's, you need $1 to $2.5 million up front, with about $500,000 in cash. McDonald's buys the property using their favorable rates and leases it to you. You pay 8.5 to 15% of sales in rent, plus 4% royalties. Why would anyone agree to pay more than traditional franchises? Because it's incredibly safe. The average McDonald's makes $2.7 million annually, and owners take home about $150,000. McDonald's holds $39 billion in property, the fifth largest real estate holder in the world. In 2019, they made $11.6 billion in franchise fees. Of that, $7.5 billion, 64%, came from rent, not burgers. McDonald's makes 82% profit from franchised restaurants versus only 16% from company-owned stores. If McDonald's makes $1, 82 cents came from being a landlord. Now here's where it gets really interesting. How McDonald's is adapting to the modern world. McDonald's is investing billions into technology. They've built a global mobile app that's completely changed how people order. You can customize your meal, pay ahead, and skip the line entirely. Self-order kiosks are now in most locations. These aren't just convenient, they increase average order size by 30% because people aren't rushed and can browse the full menu. They've added technologies for table service, curbside pickup, and delivery integration. In 2017, they partnered with Uber Eats, and delivery has become a massive revenue stream. The COVID pandemic actually accelerated their digital transformation. Drive-through sales exploded, and McDonald's learned how crucial those lanes are. Now, almost every new restaurant includes drive-through, with some featuring dedicated lanes for mobile orders and automated order taking. Here's something most people don't know. McDonald's bought a tech company called Dynamic Yield for $300 million in 2019. This AI-powered platform personalizes drive-through menu boards based on time of day, weather, current traffic, and trending items. So when you pull up at 6 a.m. on a cold morning, you might see coffee and breakfast items. At 2 p.m. on a hot day, the same screen shows cold drinks and ice cream. They're using data to understand exactly what customers want, when they want it, and how to sell more of it. McDonald's is constantly testing and adapting. They learned that chicken is outpacing beef globally, so they're expanding chicken-based items everywhere. They're also going hard on coffee. McCafe now competes directly with Starbucks in many markets. Since caffeine is the most consumed drug in the world, and McDonald's is already the breakfast destination, this makes perfect sense. But here's the genius of their menu strategy: global consistency with local innovation. In India, no beef. They serve the Makalu Tikki burger with potato and pea patties. In Japan, they've had teriyaki burgers. Mexico has McMoletes for breakfast. The Philippines serves McSpaghetti with fried chicken. About 30% of McDonald's sales come from these local items. And when something works really well locally, they test it globally. The McFlurry started in Canada. The McSpicy started in China and is now worldwide. They even capitalize on cultural moments. Their BTS meal in 2021, featuring sauces inspired by South Korea, drove a 40% increase in global sales and massive McNugget sales. McDonald's is also working hard to modernize their image. They're testing plant-based options in various markets, though not all have succeeded. They've committed to sustainable packaging and reducing environmental impact. They're redesigning restaurants to look more modern and upscale. Sleeker interiors, digital menu boards, contemporary furniture. In some countries, McDonald's looks more like a trendy cafe than a fast food joint. McDonald's current goal is to reach 95% franchised restaurants, up from 93% now. Why? Because that real estate model is just too profitable. They're investing $2.3 billion through the next few years, with half going toward new restaurants they can lease to franchisees. Each new property is an asset that generates cash flow for decades. They're targeting emerging markets aggressively. China is a huge focus. It's becoming one of their largest markets outside the US. Here's why investors love McDonald's. They're essentially recession-proof. During the 2008 financial crisis, while other businesses collapsed, McDonald's continued its 55-month streak of same-store sales increases and opened 600 new locations with a 29% return on equity. Why? Because in recessions, people eat cheaper food. And McDonald's owns the land beneath their restaurants, so even when sales dip, franchisees still owe rent. Real estate provides long-term stability that burgers can't. McDonald's was one of only 2 stocks in the Dow Jones to increase in value in 2008. They're also part of the dividend aristocrats, stocks that have increased dividends annually for 25+ consecutive years. McDonald's CEO has announced they're streamlining operations. Right now, there are 70 different types of chicken sandwiches across the world. They're examining these redundancies to improve efficiency without eliminating local appeal. They're also testing what they call restaurant of the future concepts. Some locations are experimenting with fully automated kitchens where robots handle fries and drinks. Others are rolling out AI-powered voice ordering at drive-thrus that can understand different accents and suggest menu items. Contactless payment is becoming standard everywhere, and in major urban centers, they're building enhanced delivery-only kitchens designed purely for app orders and third-party delivery services. Some locations are even experimenting with robot cooks for certain tasks, though human workers still handle the main preparation and customer service. McDonald's isn't alone anymore. They're facing pressure from fast casual restaurants like Chipotle and Five Guys, places offering higher quality in similar time. But McDonald's has advantages these newcomers don't. They have decades of real estate holdings, brand recognition worth billions, massive economies of scale, and a proven franchising system that's been perfected over 70 years. Their response isn't to compete on quality in the traditional sense. Instead, they're doubling down on what they do best: convenience, consistency, value, and speed, and they're winning. And those golden arches are one of the most recognized symbols on Earth. You can spot them from miles away, and you know exactly what you're getting. McDonald's isn't selling burgers. They're selling predictability. They're selling speed. They're selling the same experience whether you're in New York, Tokyo, or Mumbai. That brand consistency is worth more than any burger recipe ever could be. The story of McDonald's is about vision. The McDonald brothers revolutionized fast food with their assembly line system. Ray Kroc saw the potential for a global empire. Harry Sonneborn realized the real money was in real estate. Fred Turner took it worldwide. Today, McDonald's is worth over $200 billion, serving 70 million daily across 40,000 plus restaurants in 100 plus countries. They succeeded because they understood something fundamental: alignment of interests. Make your franchisees successful, and you become successful. Own the land, and you build wealth beyond the food business. Adapt to technology and culture, and you stay relevant forever. McDonald's doesn't just sell burgers. They sell a system. They sell real estate. They sell data. They sell convenience. They sell an opportunity. They've evolved from a small burger stand to a tech-savvy real estate empire that happens to sell food. And that's the real genius of those golden arches.